Hi all, Diane Roberts here. I just thought I'd make a quick video tonight because my cousin Nancy, hey Nancy, my cousin Nancy dropped me a quick email today saying she had just watched one of my videos on time management. And that made me feel terrible because I do not manage my time the way I should. I had a lot of plans to do more videos this year. I mean, I'm not trying to make a living on YouTube, but I'd like to have just kind of like a vlog. I used to keep up a website with all my card making, but I think websites are gone by the wayside now. People rather look at YouTube videos. I rather look at YouTube videos. It's a lot easier to see quickly and get what you need quickly on a video. So here I am with a couple of updates. First of all, I did make a card tonight. I used an old Stampin' Up stamp set. Oh, before I tell you that, let me tell you, I previously was a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I have just stopped within this month. I believe July was my last month, so this is August now, or end of August actually. So I couldn't make the quarterly minimums anymore. It was too expensive. I really couldn't get a customer base. I love the product. I love making cards. I'm going to continue. But I will be still buying Stampin' Up products from, I know a lot of demos, so I can buy their products because I truly love them. But I'm really liking those Unity stamps that are out there. And other companies that you see in the videos, Jennifer McGuire, Christina Werner, all those people who are using all the Simon Says stamps. Oh, and Gina K. So there's a lot out there. So now that I'm not just linked to one stamp company, I intend to be doing more stamping. So I used an old Stampin' Up set called Seasonal Bells because one of our work friends, colleagues at work, is getting married next weekend, and we've decided to take up a little gift collection for her, and so I usually am asked to make the cards. I always volunteer to make the cards. You can see it's actually seasonal. It's actually a Christmas set. However, there is something that says best wishes, also Mr. and Mrs. So what I did, I took, it's probably all old product now. I believe you can still get the foil doily. So I stamped out 2 bells. They say Mr. and Mrs. Don't know if it's reversed in your image when you're looking at it. And I stamped it with Versamark and then just the watermark ink, and then used some silver embossing powder and embossed that. Used a little bit of silver ribbon. I used an embossing folder and put on some silver sparkly paper. I was going to use foil, but I'm out of practice with my cards. I used to be able to have my finger on each product in a second, but I was slow tonight and it was getting later and I knew I wanted to make a video, so I put that together, and then so I just layered that over that, put some ribbon, tied this, Stampin' Dimensionals underneath, and then in the inside I did a 3-inch scallop circle with a sentiment that says wishing you happiness on your special day. It comes from a new stamp set that I forgot to bring down here with me. My stamping room is upstairs. I'm in the basement because the light's better here. I've probably selected the darkest place to stand too. It's probably too much glare. I can go back to where we were. 3-inch circle, put some rhinestones on it, did a little bit of silver along the edges here, and that's that. So I'll be bringing that to work tomorrow. But if I'm thinking back to the video my cousin was talking about, I believe I was having a dilemma with one of my quilts, and I said time management, I'm getting this quilt done. Well, I'm happy to report that I did finish that quilt, and I want to show that to you now. I think one of my last videos, let me see if I can just switch the camera over gently. Here we go. I have to flip this so I know what I'm looking at. Alright, there's my new 10-foot long arm. It replaced the 5-foot long arm frame that's now a quilt rack or a fabric rack over there. Yeah, so I just pulled this quilt off of that. Well, not just. It was a day or two. Hang on, we're going to try to go so I don't make everybody sick. I want to show you this. Alright. Here's the quilt finished. Well, no, not true. Squared off. I squared it off last night because I've got the quilting done. I don't have all the threads cut yet. So let's see if I can show you how this turned out. This was the dilemma of my life. Every turn I took with this quilt, it just wasn't straight. All my squares were wonky. And now that I want to be a free motion quilter on the long arm, I wasn't quite sure what kind of a design I could do here. But what it turned out that I did was just kind of what they call drips, I believe. I'll put a link to the video that I watched where this marvelous quilter, which of course I can't remember her name right now, showed you how to do something like this. Hang on, I will show you. Let me show you by writing it. That's basically what I've been doing since I got that long arm, is trying to develop motor memory, as they call it. Let me put this down here. Let me see if I can get this a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Get it a little closer. Okay, so what they recommend is to just do swirls and curls and such, so that you get yourself this motor memory, so that when you're trying to free motion on the long arm, this is what you need to do. What I would do is make a drip and then make a little bit bigger drip. I guess it's easier to do it on the machine. Plus I'm hugging the camera here. And then let's say we do a drip this way and then come back this way, and then you've got a space here, so you'd put a drip here and then go here to here. And now here's a space there to there, and so on and so on. That would be a space, that would be a space. This really looks terrible because I'm trying to do it. The camera's in between. But you'll probably get the idea, so that if you look down on my quilt, here's where, let me find one. Okay, let's see, what am I showing you right here? Okay, so from here, I did this small one, then I came back around, went around again, and then did it here. This way I was going backwards. You can go backwards. You can then bring yourself forward. You just continue on like that, and it's like doodling. And sometimes you go off way wonky, but that doesn't matter because you just bring yourself back. So this was my first attempt. It's not the best, but I'm happy with it because I think it was Angela Walters who said, every quilt you make is the place where you are today. So your quilts should always get better. So I'm hoping that mine will get better, of course. This is the backing. This is the backing I found. How cool is this? Look at this backing fabric. It's kind of like all the colors that I used in my scrap quilt thrown together. Oh, I should probably just show you the back of the quilt. That might be easier. Let me open this up. There it is. So let me take it off from... There we are. So that's the back. It's got the same colors as the front, except for I think there might be a little bit more browns in this side. So I'm really unsure about how I'm going to back it. I started ripping these into 2.5-inch strips because, of course, this would look fine as the binding. However, I'm not sure how I will like it on the front because I've got this, I like to call it a stained glass window look. Now, if I were to take this and fold it and say it was the binding, I don't know. What do you think? Can you even see that? Do we like it as the binding? I haven't decided yet. It might be this, it might be black, it might be something orange. I was going to originally do an orange backing on this, but as it turned out, I added more squares to try to square this thing off, and it got bigger than my original back would have covered. Plus, when you're using a long arm, you want to have it 4 inches longer on the top and the bottom and the sides, so that just, I thought I was going to be doing a quilt sandwich on my short one, but no. But I really love the long arm. It's the best. So here it is. This quilt is done. So my time management piece, I I finished this. It's the end of summer. I did take a little vacation, went to Missouri Stock Quilt earlier. That was like Memorial Day. Here we are almost at Labor Day. I'm beginning another vacation. Tomorrow's my last day to work, and then I'm going to be off for a little bit. We redid the bathroom. I've got some finishing up to do in the bathroom. I've got tons of housework I should be catching up on before the fall gets here. And other things are going on. My mom might need to change nursing homes. They're looking to put her in a more of a contained unit because she has dementia and it's getting a little out of hand. She likes to leave, in addition to get herself in trouble. So that's probably what I'll be working on most of the time over the next few days off. But I have other quilts that I want to start. I have so much I want to do, of course. So again, my time management has to come into play, of course. So I'll leave you now with a couple of things I've done. So let's keep it in mind. I want to document that I made a card because I have used this card stamp before on 2 wedding cards, but because I haven't been documenting my cards, I couldn't remember how I used them. So I had to kind of throw something together quick tonight. So that's documented on my vlog, on my YouTube recording anyway. And this quilt is done. Well, I count it done because binding is nothing. It's just a matter of making up my mind because it's all squared off. I squared it off last night. I've got a couple of dresses I want to make. If you look over here, I have oh, I'm smashing into my dog's crate. Okay, here's a really nice jelly roll that I'm making a Camden bag from. Can't wait to start that. This is the pattern I made for the bottom of the bag. So that's how big the bottom's going to be. It's 12 by 6, and then this is a 12-inch circle cut in half. Gives you an idea of how big that is. I've got something going over here. I've got this little tiny wall hanging. These are all projects that I've had in the making for such a long time. This is a really cute embroidered love to quilt with the old antique sewing machine, which I love. And I've got the fabric with the pattern. Goes this way. For a little maybe table centerpiece. I bought this 2 years ago at I think it was I don't know if it was a year or 2 years ago, at a quilt show. Love the fabric because I just love these colors. So that's something I'm planning to do while I'm on vacation. That over there that blue is a dress that's cut out but not started to sew yet. Haha, Christmas fabric. We know that something's going on there. Oh, and over here I just got this Cape Facet. Well, actually I have 2 Cape Facet projects going on. This is a layer cake that I just ordered from Margaret Lewin. She's going to be doing a quilt of the quarter. And I may use her pattern, or I might use a Missouri Stock Quilt pattern. I've got 2 different patterns in mind that you use layer cakes with, and this thing is just gorgeous. And speaking of Cape Facet, I have one other project. It's right here. I don't know if you can tell, but once I put it in a box, if I have it in a box, that means, oh, it's almost ready to start quilting. This one's from Jordan Fabrics, another Cape Facet. And if you look at it closely, it's upside down. Stars. It's quilted stars with another very lively Cape Facet fabric. And it's pre-cut. Look at everything's pre-cut. I'm not going to take it out, but it's all pre-cut, and it's only like throw size. So I'm hoping to get that going. One other thing I have ready to go. It's in here is a butterfly quilt. Okay, so as you can tell, the reason time management is so important is because I have too many things to do. I just enjoy doing these various projects. I want to continue doing them. As you can see, I've got most of my... This sewing machine's kind of up and running. I was sewing on that last night. I was using my serger the day before yesterday. My embroidery is all closed up over there near the mannequin, but I have something in mind for that I want to set up and just if everything's set up with a project, whatever I feel like doing after work, I can just come down and do. Nothing on the long arm because that's finished. And that's the featherweight. It's in the box. Still in the box from when I set up the other. And this is my 301, which I do a lot of my quilting on. So the next quilt's going to go on there. One of those quilts is going on there. I think the Cape Facet Stars is going on there, and this brother is going to get the it's not sure, either the Cape Facet layer cake quilt or the butterflies. So that's my update. Things are busy. Fall is coming, my favorite time of year. I want to go upstairs now and email my cousin and say thanks for giving me the push I needed to get a video done tonight. Hope to see my cousin soon. There's a possibility I might be able to see her in person this fall. Hopefully we'll manage it. If we don't, I have to make a concerted effort to get to Florida someday in the near future. Okay, well, thanks for looking in on me tonight, and keep going with your projects. It's just a lot of fun. Bye now. You'll be on film. Okay, the last piece of my video for tonight. Came upstairs and found Dennis and Billy out enjoying a fire with the dogs. The dogs are going to be smelling smoky tonight.
Not bad though, the smoke's not fun.
This fire is kind of close to the house.
We've got a hose right here. Yeah.
Don't you just love this high-tech fire burner? What do we call this? What do you call them? Fire pits. Yeah. This was an original fire pit until Dennis bumped into it with the tractor. So now our base is a nice, what is it, a wash tub?
Yeah, a wash tub.
Yeah, we're going to put water in there so it gets hot. We can soak our feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, burn your feet.
Yeah.
Say hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
And Billy.
Hey, how you
hi.
doing? Beautiful night.
Beautiful night tonight. It's Monday night. I have to work tomorrow, and then I'm off for a while.
A week and a half off?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to my days off.
That's what's nice, when you look forward to your days
Yep.
off.
And let's see. Zuzu, say hello. Come here,
A
Zoo.
week off.
Zuzu. Where's Molly? Molly, say hello.
Then you're going to really like it.
Can't wait to retire. I just don't want to be broke.
I tell you, I don't make a
I
lot
want to be
of money,
broke.
I do it.
I got to figure out a way to be an entrepreneur.
You're going to be fine.
Say, Molly, say hello. I want to see you. Come here. Here's Molly. Where's Zuzu? Come here, Zuzu. Come here, Zoo. Can't see you. It's too dark. There's Zoo. I don't know if this is even going to be able to see this.
It's pretty dark outside. If you can see, it's a good camera.
It's not that great a camera. Alright, this is going to be the ending for my video. I shot a video tonight for YouTube and put this on the end.
Say good night.
Good night. I'm turning it off. Come on, girls. We got to go in. See what else we can get done tonight.
How's eBay been doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
I got to start learning.
Although I bought something tonight rather than sell. I sold something this morning, bought something tonight. Bye now.